my vibe, yeah. Niggas wanna hate all the time, yeah. Actually wanna shine in my prime, yeah. Wanna celebrate with my slimes, yeah. Please don't kill my vibe, yeah. Adding petrol to my fire.
No, we're recording this. But anyway, yo, what's up, guys? My name is Panash Makoni, the presenter of the Perspective of a Man podcast, and this is episode 2, where we have a special guest, bro. Like today's gonna be such a vibe, bro. Today's gonna be such a vibe. I have someone that I've always wanted to work with, a videographer of mine, you know, a co-producer and all of that. So I have with me Nondalo. So shout out, what's up, Nondalo?
Finally, it's about time.
It's about time we actually recorded. And today, man, I feel so privileged, you know what I mean? So we have a lot of gang vibes in the studio, and yeah, man, about to go crazy with it. So,
yeah.
The first topic that I wanted to talk to you about today is like, what are your thoughts on insecurities and stuff like that? And yeah, insecurities and emotional imbalances, because I feel as if nowadays it's something that we tend to skip in a way, because I mean, like, everyone nowadays is perfect, but on Instagram the pictures are perfect.
Oh wow.
And stuff like that. So I just wanted to start up with a lighter note and talk about insecurities. Do you have any insecurities?
Do I? Oh my goodness. I feel like it's different. You see, you're saying that now it's not as there, but I feel like it's way more out there now. Like, a lot of people are like, oh no, I'm insecure about my hair, or you know.
Facts. Guys.
Yeah.
I've always been I won't say insecure. Like, there's a difference. I mean, again, there's a difference. I mean, okay, insecure, but like, when it comes to like your body, you know what I mean? I think that's where everyone is like insecure the most. It depends, whatever. But for me, that's always been like, dog. I remember once I was chilling in you know when you do PE scaling, with the boys, whatever.
Oh my
and then I'm
God.
taking out my t-shirts, niggas are like, God, which one is
Oh
this one? So you know, the mass it all.
Okay.
So I think in a way I've always been insecure about my body in that time, because it's been like everyone else, like and dude, the funniest thing is like everyone is like, I can't shower, dude, and like I the taste like, nah, dude, this nigga eats. So I mean, insecurity is something that's overly skipped and stuff like that. So I just wanted to understand your takes. If you also have insecurity, you also know like your friends who have insecurities and stuff like that.
But like insecurity is it's a very not touchy, but it's a very specific thing, and usually people don't talk about it, which I mean,
sure.
You know, I wouldn't say I have any insecurities. My dad is black, but my mom's Indian, so a lot of the time I don't want to be considered as Indian for some reason. So if I had to say that is insecurity,
that's insecurity.
That's
actually deep. I didn't know the fact that, you know, people feel that way, because I mean, a lot of families out here, like, if you are, let's say, colored, or if you are of mixed like race and stuff like that, you never understand where you actually belong.
You really can't, and that's okay though, because I mean, not everyone comes from the same background, but it does tend to be frustrating. You know,
facts. And when I heard your name, I was like, Nondalo, which one is this one? I'm looking at the eyes, I'm like, which one is this
and I
one?
get that a lot. Like, since like primary, people always like, wait, hold up, can we just your name?
What do they say when they see your pops?
Then they're like, okay, wait. They always ask you. They're like, wait, is that your daughter? And then they're like, okay, but then can she speak Zulu? And then they're like, oh my goodness, this is some crazy stuff. Is this serious?
Dang.
And they're like, okay, no, but can your mom speak Zulu? Oh my goodness, your guys' family is crazy, and it's just like a
damn. It's a whole different type of chats and stuff like that. And how does like that attest to your like emotional imbalances and stuff like that? You know, because I feel for me, you know, as a gent, and you expected to be in a massive face, like, dude.
I mean, I mean,
so for me, there's always been like, yo, dude, how am I saying and stuff like that. So how do you fit in with the other guys? So I mean, your self-esteem does drop a bit. So how does that affect you in a way that your dad is black and your mom is Indian? Like, how does that affect you within society? You know.
I mean, it's actually it's 50-50. It's both like a bad thing and a good thing, because the fact that I'm mixed and like half Indian, half black, there aren't a lot of people who are like me. So I know that when people question it, they also in shock, they in awe that oh my, I didn't know this was
How did that
possible.
happen? Yeah.
So it's also that thing of okay, no, you're different, so it's like ego boost. But it's also that thing of oh, but like I don't want you see.
Thank you. Yo,
Thanks to
yeah,
that, being different.
that is one. Because like I was like, Manjalo, which one is this? Because I always seen your pops and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's quite cool for me. And it's always been about the body per se. Because I won't say like intellectually, my face, the boy is something. Yeah, well, just so it's always been. I mean,
okay.
the body.
I feel like the body, it's a lot, but you can't be big and you can't be small. You have to be in the middle. And then if you are in the middle, you have to have abs, you have to have muscles, you have to. It's so specific, and it's like I want to be like everyone else. So for example, you'd be like, I want to be buff like everyone, but then you're also like, but I also don't want to at the same time.
You just want to be your own personal self. Because I mean, like, you also struggle to fit in. Because I mean, like, this comes in whereby everyone is expecting you to look a certain way so that you are attractive or you're not attractive. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that is where the problem was for me. It's like, dude, hey, you're not as buff as everyone else, but I mean, like, everyone expects you to be a certain body type so that they can be attracted to you. So that's the main problem that I've had. So have you also had like an issue like that whereby abantu, they don't necessarily know where you are coming from in terms of obviously your parents being of different, like, you know, racial, whatever, and like how does that affect you in terms of like relationships and stuff like that? Like, do people are they like, hey, before it's
funny enough, in school I've always been friends with the black people, so like Zulus and Xhosas. I've always been that part of that
space.
squad. I've never, you know, had Indian friends or had colored friends. It's either black or white, which it's very different because then I'm like the sultan in the group.
Yeah, you stand out. I mean, you do stand out because of
do.
different features, and it's like, yo, that is crazy for me. It's like, yo, it goes down to saying as in I have this problem of saying it's not necessarily a problem. It's just a what it affects you like emotionally.
Yeah,
like, you don't know where you stand. And I mean, for me now, I feel as if it's something that I can fix, but at the same time, it's always like, I mean, you can train.
Okay. I mean, you can.
But the problem is, most likely at the same time, we have like, but what do they call it? This thing, what do they call it? What do they call it? Flip, I forgot. It's whereby you eat hypo
metabolism.
English.
Yes.
That's the one. So it's like, I think I have that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been diagnosed and stuff like that. So I think it's something that can be fixed, but then emotionally, it also leaves a scar. So I always wanted to know your perspective on that. You know, just being of like different. I mean, you know, you're the only one that's different to the family. Because one part of the family is black and the other one is white. Oh, not white, sorry, it's Indian. How do you deal with that when you go to family gatherings?
Oh my god.
Yeah, how do you deal with that?
I think the good thing is that my mom's side of the family is they Indian and they follow the whole Indian stuff, you know, like the temple, you know, that type of shit.
Okay.
And it helps that they speak Zulu and they've been around Zulu people. So in a sense, they're okay with it. It's different for them, but they're okay with it. As well as my dad's family, they also okay with it because it's different.
Yeah, because I also wanted to know that more with my family, like gathering and stuff like that.
And it's like
of different cultures, you know, backgrounds. Somebody they believe in this and this and this, and then you just in the middle.
Like,
and then do you have to accept it? Have you accepted one part of the family, or have you decided to be like, as in, I mean, I'm moving in my own way, you know?
Personally. And I know it's like a bad thing, but like I've always picked my dad's side. Maybe it's because we grew up around his family a lot, but also like that thing of not wanting to be Indian because in school there was actually such a big thing of Indians are expected to be like this, you know. Indians are smart, they've got this type of hair, they have money, and I hated that stereotype. So I tried to make sure that I'm more of the black side, but also, you know, when you filling documents like at home affairs or like school, and then there's like a bunch of boxes, like there's black, there's colored, there's Indian, and I've once asked my dad, so which one do I take? And it's like whichever one you feel like.
Whichever one you comfortable with.
Whichever one. So I have one information that says I'm Indian, the other says I'm black, the other says I'm colored. So it's based on what you're feeling on that day, and I think that's actually pretty cool. The fact
What
that
you
I
feeling
can
on
do
that
that.
Yeah,
and
but when
Hope Face
like,
like,
your exes are like
today
different.
I'm colored.
Your
I
exes
feel
are different than everyone
see?
else. Tina guys are black. You are born with
Straight.
you can see with high. But that's quite cool as well.
Yeah.
See, you've accepted and you've embraced your culture
Yeah.
as you know, whatever it is, you know that it is. You know what I mean? You don't I don't want to categorize you into certain brackets and say, oh, it's Unondalo is black or Unondalo
Yeah,
is
true.
You just have to accept Umuntu as the way they
Yeah.
are. And moving along with the topics as well, I just wanted to find out your take on like sexuality, you know, because there's a lot of
Ooh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, to dive into.
So, I was raised by my dad, single dad. So he raised my sister and I by himself since like I was like 2 or something. And I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, men are like this, women are like this. But like you know how men are like you've seen my dad. He's a very like scary, but not scary, but he's got this thing. Like a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, we're scared of your dad.
Here's the thing, it's
Yeah.
I think the viewers is what you're saying.
That type of he's never been strict on like sexuality and boyfriends or girlfriends or drinking, drugs, sex. He's never. Okay, let me not say he hasn't been strict. He has never touched on that situation ever. He's never been like, okay, listen, you guys cannot date. He's never done that, which has helped us because then we figure things out on our own. Which, you know, the whole sexuality thing comes in. Because the first time, okay, if you didn't know, I date girls. I don't date guys. So the first time I realized that, okay, no, I like girls is in grade 4.
Yo, dude.
That's like
early.
That's so early. You know.
So I'm to guys. I'm going. What am I carrying?
You know.
What am I carrying? Let's get it for lunch. Oh, polony.
You know.
Oh, and cheese.
The one man for chips. That's what a person was thinking at that time. And in grade 4, I was thinking, no, but like I can't be thinking this. Like maybe it's just a phase, you know.
A phase that you're going
you know,
through.
everyone says it's a phase.
Yeah.
In grade 5, I dated my first girlfriend.
Issue.
And the fact that actually at that time I was dating a guy and a girl at the same time, and I knew that I needed to cover up me dating someone, so I needed to date a guy, so that if like my sister had to ask, it'd be like, oh no, you know, she's dating him. And meanwhile my
like
friends
knew
and
stuff like that.
Yeah, and the fact that in grade 5 I had already known that whatever it is wrong or it's not accepted, you know, helped in a sense.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
I mean, slowly trying to figure out this whole sexuality thing is confusing as fuck, but you know.
It works, as long as it works.
Yeah.
It's the main thing. For me, and it's been like, I've never had like experiences like that. For me, and it's always been like, as in, fine. We're the type to. What I mean, I've always been a person that's. I won't say what's in shy, I've been in my own space for the longest and being raised in a household whereby we are calling what I do. So for me, it's always been like straightforward. I'm always afraid of like girls and stuff like that. I'm always the shy person. I'm always the one not in a relationship or whatever. So I'm in that bracket, but I've never felt like anything other than my own, you know, like straight up.
Like
so,
know.
And what do you think of like pressure nowadays? Because people also think it's a phase. It's important that you make that point because people think it's a phase. You've discovered your sexuality at the same time. But like, how do you get over those like situations when they see you with your person? Like, if you are at that moment,
it's hard. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. You know, dating. Let's just say if I dated a guy, that's already hard on its own. Dating is hard on its own. You know, the fact that you know you have to walk around holding hands or kiss in public or go on dates. That's already hard on its own. Now imagine like that times 10, because if I remember, I am in a relationship. I remember when I was taking my girlfriend home.
Just side notes, you got the phone chance, it's gone. Side notes, it's
over.
It's shy, guys.
I went to go drop my girlfriend at home, and I remember I kissed her, and we were by the robot, and the robot was really means there were cars there, and people are like, holy shit.
Which
wait,
one
what?
is this one?
What the heck is going
Which
on?
one is this one?
And for someone
was it
who's-
one of those deep ones? Like,
No. It was, no.
It was just like-
it was goodbye. It was
Ish,
when you say bye, you can't be like.
you
oh,
can't be like,
goodbye now.
yeah, boy, it was,
It
yeah.
was, so I know I saw this guy. He was looking at me and he was just like, oh, okay, like what? And that's still so scary. Even though like I've done that so many times, it's still that thing of, oh shit,
Yo.
that person saw. Okay.
Yeah, it's always been like my judgmental. Yeah.
And even though you try to be like, okay, I don't care what you think, there's still that thing of, okay, but you know.
Damn, like they don't, like they're not accepting. That's the thing. Which I've always wondered. It's even like when it comes to gents, the gent side of the fence.
Oh,
like people are not like
they
as accepting.
definitely
You know what I
not.
mean? Especially if they're born at like if they see a girl and girl or boy and boy, it's like yo, dude, these people could be like in other situations.
You see?
So that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
you know, like how you're feeling on that. So like you telling me what's okay, as in you are comfortable in your own space, which is also good. But also at the same time, you
it
feel the
is
pressure.
that, you know, when you were saying it's different for guys. So I have a squad, right? Like of friends that we hang out with, we party with, and obviously they know my sexuality. They know that, you know, I date girls, which is okay. But then comes that thing where they're like, oh no, we accept you, but we don't accept gays. It's like, but not even in a sense of we don't accept gays. It's like, you can be gay, but act like a guy. Don't be those femme gays.
Those
don't dress
feminine
up
types.
but the thing is, that's so frustrating because you can't be two-sided. It's either you accept or you don't accept, and you that type of stuff.
But then some people still hide it though.
Yeah,
So
because of people like that who like
it's
who
just
judges.
mental,
Look, it's
looking
not
from other
necessary.
perspectives.
It's really not, especially because if let's just say I wanna for some reason change and become a guy, so go through the entire process.
Or
That's already so
transgender, stuff like that.
traumatic. That's a huge process.
Like
Now,
physically,
like
and
physically
emotionally as well.
And
It's crazy,
now imagine there's people there who are like, oh, by the way, you're a girl, you're still a girl, you can't do that, you're still a girl.
Dude, that's like
It's like, bro, can you
It's
just
really-
mind
just
your space? Like,
mind your peace,
just
Baba, mind
like
your peace.
it's complicated.
'Cause
Sexuality is just
it's one of those topics that I feel as if a lot of people are still struggling. Like
Yeah.
even if you look at the social platforms, one woman is still like sometimes you're born. Which one, you know? But then it's like about they don't want to come out as in about themselves. So that's one topic as well. That's like everyone is struggling with. Like as in millennials, everyone is struggling with. So yeah, but for me, Nigeria. If someone's trying to hit my
wow,
my Instagram is gonna be down. Yeah, my Instagram is gonna be down. Yeah,
don't forget. Shooting them shots.
Shoot your shot, but give him popular and famous. You know
before you discover access.
Yeah, no, guys, like hey, you know what I mean. So like quickly, like moving on as well to like you know the most serious. Topic as well that you have to start out with this like serious, you know, but just like be yourself at the same time. What do you feel on like black on black like hatred, you know, like and the progression behind it, like it's progressing, it's crazy.
It is.
Everywhere you go.
It really is like, you know, I understand racism. I don't understand it. You know, we've grown up knowing it, but we know it. Like, but then I don't understand when now you're fighting with your own kind of people. Why?
And I don't want to be racist or anything, but I mean, it's typically, and again, it's I don't want to be racist, Kakul. It's because like, I'm black, you know, so that's why we are black. We're black people. So when we're speaking about this topic, we're talking based on our experience and our color. It's not racism or anything like that. So it's progressed. Like it's only need jobs, the work. Is it our mentality that limits us in terms of like progression? Because you don't see that with other races. Like,
you really don't. It's crazy. It's such a, you know,
because you've been one space. I mean, like,
it
it goes back to when you were in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even school. Like even in other spaces where I am right now, whereby I'm doing a piece job.
Continues.
Yeah, but the hustle has to continue. But I mean, in those spaces whereby it's like if you do something good and your boss like rewards you or whatever, like someone in that space is not going to be happy for you. And sometimes you don't even mean to, like, you know what I mean, like to impress anyone. You're just doing your job, but it's okay, something happens. So I mean, like, is it embedded in our psychology, or is it something that we grow up, you know, like,
I don't know if it's something we grow up with. Maybe something we learn as we in school, because you know, we've always been taught that we can't compete with white people. You can't compete with them. So
crazy.
if that's the case, so if I can't get first, they might as well fight for second place, even if it means, you know, killing a few of my own people in the way. And I feel like that's actually something that we've been learning.
Deep. That's crazy. Yes, Nyabela, because like yo, yes, okay, yes, that point is profound. I mean, like that is because I mean, you are told what you can't compete with the whites and people. Okay, not whites. See, listen, this.
Oh my god!
But you can't compete in a bunch like that are white because I mean, naturally, if you go to I went to a white school, right? White school, white kids, like some white kids, not all white kids, whatever, they have everything better than you. So like you've been grade 8, right? And then the matric is driving a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Motor like
the fancy ones. The 2 doors.
You know, the 2 doors. Some of them are driving the bigger. You know, some what if when a lap you don't even have it's also to look nice, you know. So it's always been that way. You can't compete. So that is a valid point.
I mean,
but at the same time, don't you think we are towards Emakaya, we should like fight with our own?
Oh, hey, that's a hard one.
I mean,
maybe I feel like, okay, if you have siblings, right? I have siblings, so there's 4 of us, and I feel like that thing of trying to not necessarily outdo your siblings, but also, you know how parents tend to favor
one over the other. One.
Oh wow!
I
think maybe that's also another thing that I'm constantly fighting to be as good as my sister, or as good as my brother. So when I get to work, I'm constantly trying to be better than whoever I'm working with, because at the end of the day, as long as I'm on top, that's all that matters. That's what, maybe not in so many words, but that's the thing that parents,
the gist of
you know,
it.
Even if they think it subconsciously, it's still that thing of, okay, I need to be better. But it's not, okay, let me help this person out, and if they succeed, that's great.
Then it's a whole win for the family.
It's
most of us don't see that way. I mean, like, not most of us. I mean, some of us are more in that way. It's like, okay, as in if someone is progressing, gaining, you just want to be better than them and stuff like that. So that is I've never even like thought of it like that way. Because I mean, in my perspective, I think we are subconsciously taught, it's okay, obviously you have to be better than the next black person, because I mean, it's like, okay, if you grow up in a township, right, there's always that kid, that kid is doing well at school, that kid has got a scholarship, you know. So it's supposed to be like, as in go and be like that kid, or go be better than that kid, which also goes back to also like emotional imbalances, whereby the other factors of what you are pressured to be like other kids. Does that ever happen to you as well, like when it comes to emotional imbalances?
My cousin is a doctor right now, and if I should say, she's doing good for herself in terms of work-wise, and out of everyone in the family, I think that's probably like the highest paying job, you know.
Facts.
Which, you know, we all support her, because I mean, come on, bro. Your whole
free
doctor,
consultations as well.
You know, if you need that doctor's note to bug work,
I'm here.
But the problem comes when, you know, we're always looking at it from our point of view, like someone who's not there, and we're trying to compete with them. But then we tend to forget that, okay, the person that's there, their emotions may not be there as well.
The same
that
level
makes
as
sense.
no, it does make sense. Because sometimes I'm in the space whereby like I'm just moving, like literally I'm like you how to explain it? Like, you know, sometimes you're at school, right? And you are just like subconsciously I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm just here, just doing whatever I need to do so that I can make it to the next point. Yo, that's crazy. So what you're saying to me is that my emotional imbalances are in both places. But like, why is it one is inferior than the other?
I feel like firstly the whole black on black thing, we get taught that the most important thing is for you to succeed. You need to get a high paying job. Fuck your emotions. High paying job. And then once you get the high paying job, everybody's looking down on you because you think you're better because you worked hard. You see, you're hating on someone who's struggling because maybe that person who's like, you know, they just say she had to be a doctor. Maybe she's struggling emotionally, but here you are hating on
and you
family.
wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know because you're competing with someone who's just there, like,
as well.
you know.
Yo.
That's so frustrating. That whole like job over emotion things. Is
Yeah,
so,
for us, I think as well. Like moving into another topic, you know, that I didn't really plan like that. I mean, like, is it like, does it happen to you whereby like in black households, like your emotions are not taken like seriously? You know, you go and you have vessel to move forward. So like,
true.
so for example, if you want to do a certain course, or if you want to do something that's like, you know, unorthodox, like something that's very different, like you are looked down upon. Like, does that happen to you?
What the
Has
heck?
that ever happened to you? You know what I mean?
It has. So I want to study film. Like that's what I want to get into. You know that, like the whole directing and producing stuff. That's things I enjoy. But for the longest time, I was fighting with my dad about what I'm gonna study and where I'm gonna study it. So my dad wants me to go to his university, the one he teaches.
The one that
we're not gonna say what it is. But
no.
the one he wants me to go there because, you know, free tuition. Whereas what I want to do is at a different university.
That's more.
So we fought so much about that to a point where I'm at that stage where I'm like, bruh, let's do it your way.
I just want to.
Whatever. Let's just.
So did you fold? Did you fold?
I like. You know what I was telling my parents that they were like, no, and I was just like, it gets so emotionally exhausting constantly trying to fight for your feelings and your dreams to a point where it's like, you know what, it's okay. If you want me to jump, I'll jump. Just say the word.
Because you do reach a point where it's like there's a fine line between doing what you love and being disrespectful, and you know what I mean, and wanting to follow your dreams at the same time, respecting what your people have said that for you to do, you know. So that's a whole deep topic right there, you know. So I just wanted to understand.
It's a normal thing, though.
It's a normal thing. That
it's a bad
to
thing. It's bad, but it's normal. And that's so messed up.
So we just like we get used to it. We get used to it.
We don't have a choice.
Get used to it. It's like when everyone in grade 10, like again, they like taught do physics.
You know, do pure maths.
Do pure maths.
Chemistry. Like
do chemistry.
It's
but sometimes I think abazali, the parents, you know, they want better for us.
True.
At the same time, because they didn't have the same opportunities back in the day. But is there a fine line between our parents wanting better for us and them wanting to accomplish something that they will not be able to accomplish
like
through us,
living
their dream through Ingan and kids, you know. So
I mean, of course there is a fine line with that, but it's almost as if it's fate.
Oh,
it is so fine. Like you need. Oh my goodness. But you know, at the end of the day, we understand things from our point of view, which is okay. And like you said, parents do things to help us. And chances are they're also dealing with their own trauma and their own stuff. But also
so let's talk about like a serious topic, but like something that is so easy in your hand, man. How do you feel on like life? You know, like precious. Like life is not precious anymore. It's not like people don't treasure life the way it's supposed to be treasured anymore. Like I was watching a post the other day, right? I was watching Stefano,
hey, this name there.
I can't make him like, but okay, as in Nizoma's office. I don't know, I forgot her name, but it's Stefano something. Such a huge celebrity.
You just put a name on the screen at this point.
So at this point, I'm struggling, right? So I'm watching like whatever, and then she says like XXX, like his life was not precious. Like it was not like, let's see, it was not appreciated because it was cut short, because it was killed. So I just wanted to understand your opinion on like nowadays people not respecting life, even people like our own age and stuff like that. Like it's a common thing and it's like a popular thing. I'll say this with the disclaimer that everyone just wants to like take their own life, depression or whatever. So how do you feel about like us not taking life seriously?
You know, the funny thing is that that's really true. Like what you're saying is really true. Wait, guys, this is serious. Jay, disclaimer. Be serious about this. So I feel like you know, we have no right taking someone away from another person, which is, you know, hands down Jay respect. But where it becomes tricky is when we start talking about suicide and depression, because shit be getting so hard.
It's crazy. I know it. But then the problem is, like, you can't just like go to the kill switch every
Yeah,
time.
you can't.
That's the whole
Then
purpose of
it really just depends how long you've been at that stage for. Like, suicide is not a good thing, and it shouldn't be something you're thinking about. But also, if you feel like you need to do that, who are we to take that away from you? And I say that in a very because at the end of the day, you can't force someone to live a life they really don't want. If they don't want to be here, and here you are forcing them, imagine.
That's also that's also being. That's how do you put this? You also being selfish.
Yes, you are.
You also being like it's the battle is tricky because I mean like impilo is precious at the same time. At the same time, you know, you want to allow someone else to live their own life. But
you do.
Mina, it also goes down to the fact that are we also selfish in such a sense? Or if you do that, or if your life is taken away from you, the people that you leave behind are the ones that get left with scars.
True.
You know, so that.
But meanwhile, when they're still here, the people who do have the scars are struggling right here, and chances are we can't even see them because like nobody talks now.
Nobody talks. Like it goes up. Insecurities, emotional imbalances.
Yeah.
Like,
or if they do talk, it's like a by the way, you know,
it's not even a serious thing.
It's like a joke.
Yeah.
Like if you have like TikTok, you will notice that a lot of the explore page has Gen Z just talking about killing themselves, laughing.
That's facts. It's not taken seriously. That's the point I was trying to make. It's just like we're not taking life seriously anymore.
Yeah.
It's not like value. You're supposed to value life. I mean, no peel, have a face to see me back.
I don't know.
Give a face.
That's it, Jay.
Yeah. So
plus it's hard.
It's hard now.
You know, I feel like just do what you feel is best for you. I was saying, Uti, I was asking my sister and her friends this question, Uti. If someone came to you, as you're a therapist, and they come to you and they tell you, listen, I want to commit suicide, and I've thought it through, like really thought it through, and I want to kill myself today. Why, as a therapist, are you now there saying, okay, don't do that? Because I understand the whole concept of therapy.
Yeah,
if a person's like, listen, I really don't want to be here right now, and it's not just something that I thought of today. It's something that I've been thinking about years.
And we planned it.
And you know, you've considered everything. So who are you as a therapist? I really want to know.
That's a deep question.
Why, as a therapist, are you gonna sit there and be like, okay, don't kill yourself, go to psych ward? What?
That's actually very deep. It's like we say, okay, that actually is a lot of things.
Answer, please comment it. I'm really interested in this.
If you actually have an answer, like write it down in the comment section because
so far no one has been able to answer this question, and I'm really curious.
This is crazy. But if you have an answer, leave it in the comment section. And just to finish it off, just to finish up an exciting episode, I wanted to talk about a bit. Let's get global. Yeah, we global the topic. I was watching a video on YouTube, ne? Hey, my friends, going to lunch party. Going to a lunch party. A lunch like.
Okay, but wait. So can you explain this to me? Because
guys, it's gonna be a bit explicit.
Disclaimer. No, but anyway, the videos do have that 18.
They have the whole thing, yeah. So it's basically a whole shandies, and then they drill, and then they add like little, what do they pellet guns? The ones that you use as a kit for the guns that they buy for you, and then they add that, and then they like how do you put this in English? And then they. Okay, heals. Let's put they put pellet guns and then you're thinking and then it heals. And then after that, they're telling me what's high. Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's dangerous. So I just wanted to hear your take on that nonsense.
What's going on, guys?
It's just something that I wanted you guys to just give me your thing in the comments. Not much of a serious topic. It's just something you on the internet.
What's happening on social media?
Yeah, social media it's something that's used in prison, when prisoners are about to go out. Mostly that's where I saw it. And I was like, which one is this one? So if you guys know, just let me know in the comment section. But in saying that, this has been such an exciting conversation, bro. This has been exhilarating. And like, you know, there's a few questions that were answered. There's a few questions that like I was left to actually wonder. You know,
Yeah.
like, still, I'm still gonna go to the crib and like I'm at the crib, whatever. But
Wow.
I'm still gonna think about it and like, yo. But it's been an exciting episode.
Sheesh.
Thank you for pulling up. You know,
You know.
for pulling up is such a big story. Yeah. And shout out to the videographer behind the camera.
Hey.
Yes,
You know,
that's fine. So saying that, subscribe to the channel,
Yeah.
leave a comment,
Like.
and like the video, right? Only takes a second. Like the flipping
Wait, don't
video.
forget to comment over that whole therapy thing.
Comment,
We really
whatever.
want to know.
Comment more topics.
Yes, more
comment.
time. What do you want to hear? Guys,
Sheesh.
sheesh.